It's time for Geocache Talk. Whether you are at work, in the car, or wherever you are, we hope you enjoy this show about the great sport of geocaching. If you're watching live on YouTube, you can be part of the adventure tonight in the chat room and participate with others as they watch the show. If you are listening later, please give it a like and subscribe on your favorite podcasting app so that you can get all of the weekly Geocache Talk goodness. If you would like to become a patron, click on the Become a Patron link on the front page of the Geocache Talk website or head over to patreon.com/Geocache Talk for more details. Patrons get the now famous blackout coins and other geocaching items during the year. Support levels start as low as the Bison Tube level, which is only $3 a month.
Big thanks, Lou. Big thanks to Derek for our new
Travel Books isn't in there, so you can't thank Travel Books or
for our
Josh
new
now.
opening. I know it's all gone. Just thank Derek for our new opening. And our featured patrons: Sodak Zach, the Deadliest Cachers, Terrell 2, Bob Billy, the Redneck Geocacher, Team D&D, Peachy 1276, the No Co Geocachers. Co is for Colorado, by the way. What's up, Colorado? Marsapanic, Bricker John, Fire Safe, and our new patrons, DMN Rec, Widget Brittle, and Action Trinity. Well, welcome. Let's just jump right in. We got a lot to talk about. Let's jump right into show 240. We welcome to the show Tomas Grizlis from Vilnius, Lithuania. Thomas, welcome to the show.
Hey,
welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. We're so glad to have you with us tonight. We were talking before the show a little bit about my wife's trip to Vilnius and her good experiences with the people of Lithuania and going to some cool castle. So I was jealous to hear that she got to see that. So glad you're with us tonight. This is kind of Derek's going to mostly take the wheel and drive this bus tonight or today.
Well, tonight it's night, and where Thomas is.
Thomas, that's right.
It's 9:00, so it's wherever you're watching.
Exactly, 2:00 our time and late his time. So anyway, we'll get right into it. Yeah. So all right, Derek, I guess we'll just turn over to you, buddy, and we'll let you.
All right. So how I found out about Thomas is I was on one of our geocaching Facebook groups going through, and I saw this really cool video of this video game, and I was like, what is this? Is this a brand new caching game? So I kind of saw who posted it, so I contacted Thomas, and we just started talking, and it just come to find out you've been working on this game for how long, Thomas?
Well, about maybe 2 years, like not full time, like 2 hours or 3 hours a day, mostly 10 minutes, so it's like stretch time.
Right, whenever you can. So
yeah.
But before we get into more of the game, tell us a little bit about your geocaching background.
Well, my geocaching background is like I started geocaching 2 years ago, I guess. Yeah. My wife told about this game and was like, hey, it's like treasure hunting, and I was what is this? And she showed me there's a location of a treasure, and you go there and search for a hint.
Right.
So she had premium, I guess. Premium, and there was like a birdhouse geocache and like one giant big puzzle piece, and I was like amazed like how to open, and there's small pieces moving all together, and you combine them and like finally open, and you find one big surprise inside it.
Right.
Yeah.
Like a gadget cache.
Yeah. And I'm going to post this up here. We need a VR caching game, or better yet, a VR gadget caching. Just hold your horses, okay? Just wait.
Just hang on. We'll get there.
We're getting there. So, I mean, it's like, I guess, why don't we go ahead and kind of see the game? That way people in the chat room can really kind of get a little bit more excited about it. What do you think, Gary?
Oh, absolutely. Show a little bit. We're gonna preview some of it tonight, and we'll talk more. We'll get you more details here in a moment. But yeah,
Right. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of kick it going here, and we're just gonna. So the game's called Tales from the Cache.
Yeah.
So and Thomas, just kind of
Nice.
talk over what we're seeing here as we're watching this.
Well, this is a forest environment early in development, and I wanted to portray the geocaching feeling when you're having your phone and searching for a cache. As you
Cool.
can see here, yeah. So basically, this is, like I said, it's in early development. You can see the cache. You can log it, like not exact like you log it, but it's doing automatically for you when you find the right one.
Oh wow.
Cache. Yeah. So you can see the difficulty. Is it hard or easy, and small description that might change in the future.
Mhm.
It depends on people.
Right.
When I let them try the beta,
Oh, cool.
and I'll see how they respond to the game overall, and according to the feedback, I'll improve the game.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. For audio listeners, you want to later on come back and definitely check out the audio, the visual part of this. I like how
your micro in the woods.
Yeah, I love it though. Hey, challenge accepted, right, Jesse?
Hey, I like it, and really, this is one of those instances where the audio listeners really need to go check out the YouTube, because you really can't even describe this. This is a very realistic environment. I think he's now on a motorcycle.
Yeah,
he was hiking before, and this is not a cartoony environment. This is a realistic looking.
Yeah, the visual is incredible.
Yeah, woods environment.
I mean that is impressive. That especially at that speed. I mean, I know a lot of people talk about how sometimes that game won't be proper if you're moving.
Ooh, I see a birdhouse.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Dad. Oh, he doesn't like birdhouse gadgets. That's right.
No, but I do.
I do too. Love it.
That is really cool. So we got a whole bunch for the visual. We got a whole bunch of keys. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, an actual gadget cache.
That's also gadget cache.
Oh, so you have to pick the lock? Is that what I'm seeing there, Thomas?
Yeah, it's mini games. My main point of the game is that you have this geocaches that you might need to solve via mini games, like you saw earlier.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
Yeah, that's incredible. All right, stop for a minute. Let's.
Okay.
Can you pause that?
Yep, I paused it. Pause it on that screen right there.
Let's come back to us for a moment. So,
I already like it.
Yeah,
I'm already sold.
Yeah, I am too, Thomas. That's incredible.
Thank you.
You know, I'm not a video game guy, but if there was a video game on geocaching, I would probably get into that.
Yeah, that's impressive. See, now you see why I was like, "Holy cow, what is this?"
It is incredible.
So
you got some people that are watching. I got some people in Wales, so thank you.
That's cool,
Jonathan.
Nice.
Some people get to be on tonight live. They usually have to watch or listen later, but you definitely have some fans out here tonight, Thomas, that you're probably familiar with.
Sorry, I got to post this one. So
yeah, I think I know what you're going to post, because I was going to do it.
What, the dire wolf one looks cool, but what kind of weapons do we get to kill the muggles? Muggle zombies, the muggle zombies.
The muggles.
Oh, that's an idea.
Yeah. That's in the expansion.
Yeah, DLC coming.
Thomas is sitting here writing notes on anything that we say. No, actually, like I said, it looks really great. I love the way the interaction is. Now, I know I'm gonna go ahead and ask this question before we even get further. What platforms is this going to be on?
Well, for now, I'm only be publishing on PC, Windows 10.
Right.
Well, maybe in the future I'll expand on Xbox or PS4. I don't know. Just
okay.
Cool.
Any chance of maybe having a mobile version or anything like that?
It depends. It depends. It's complex. It's very complicated right now.
Right.
So the complex project. Yeah.
Let's get him some sales so he can.
Yeah.
Let's work on. We gotta give him some.
It might teach people the right way to geocache too, right? That have never heard of it.
Yeah.
They get into the
game
and they're like, "Oh, you're not supposed to just throw stuff down and tear stuff up." Okay, that's great.
That's true. This could be perfect for that.
Like Cash the Line said, you get introduced Cito and everything. So
Yep, that'd be really cool.
Well, you could get people who like don't want to sign the log. It's like, well, you don't get credit. You don't get points for not signing the log.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's right. You don't get your points.
That's right. That's right. I like I said, the environments look really cool.
Oh yeah,
now,
they look incredible.
what is, because I mean, this just doesn't happen. I mean, you probably make it look easy and make it look good, but it takes many, many years of experience and just a lot of stuff going on. So what is your gaming background, Thomas?
Well, my gaming background is I'm working as a game developer at sorry, like my tongue is
You're okay.
Yeah, a game developer at Nieko VR. We are developing VR games like Crystal Raiders VR, recently launched. So it's available on Steam as a demo. So you can try that as well.
Right. Yeah, Taylor was mentioning that. Sorry. It says you can go to Steam and do a wish list that.
Yeah, I worked hard and I wanted to launch as soon as possible a Steam website page. I mean,
Yep.
but once I mean, Valve needs to check your website before you publish it. So they found two major, not major, minor bugs that I need to fix. Like add a new background images that is higher resolution, and with that I can publish it live, and so people go and wishlist. Yeah,
gotcha.
That's cool.
Makes sense.
Now, any chance of this? I mean, a lot of people are asking a VR of this, so like Oculus or anything like that. What's the chances that, since you already work kind of in the VR realm, have you thought about that in this?
Yes, I thought about that, but for this time, I only go for a keyboard and mouse. Maybe when I get more funds, I can translate it to VR, because it's currently difficult to adapt it for motion controllers and sensors.
Oh, gotcha.
So, yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
It's a little bit tricky, but it's possible with a little bit more time.
Right.
Oh yeah.
I'm not saying no for VR.
Right.
not saying no. It's a bit challenging.
Sure. Right. We gotta get the wheels on the bus before we drive it. So yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Gotta check in from Finland.
Yep. The Mad Finn.
Yossi, the Mad Finn. He's in tonight. So,
Cash Line is asking, do you have like a Kickstarter or anything like that you got trying to get the funds to help with this, or what do we need to do to help you to help move this along?
Well, I have a coffee page that people can donate some certain money amount, and this helps a lot for buying assets and asking for other developers to join my team and code some stuff.
Sure.
Okay. So yeah, and what's that link?
You can type it in the private chat,
and then
Thomas.
we'll get it up there on the banner.
Yeah,
for you.
If you can click on and put it on the private chat. What I'll do is we'll add it to the show notes, but we'll also put it up on the screen for everybody.
Yeah. Okay.
Hold on. Yeah, no problem. Go ahead.
Because this is, I mean, I don't know about everybody else, and I've seen a lot of this in the chat already, but this is something that we have been really looking forward to. We're seeing all these different really cool games on either the phones or on PC or all these different 3D world environment games and puzzle games including, but nothing has been related to geocaching.
Yeah,
and that's what I think a lot of us are really excited about, because on a rainy day that we don't want to go geocaching, or this whole thing with this pandemic, hopefully we're getting out soon, that we've been having to deal with. This is a great way to be able to do this. So, and maybe even because I think you mentioned that maybe having caches from around the world that nobody gets to do, maybe have them in the game, so people might be able to experience some of these really cool gadgets or anything like that.
Yeah. Totally.
I added it to the show notes, but you want me to put it now into the?
Yeah, let's go ahead and I would. So we'll have it up there. So why did you want to come up with this geocaching game?
Well, it was one time in winter when we went geocaching. And there was small railway, and it was in the winter, and it was like normally in Lithuania you don't have mountains, so it's like very, very grasslandy and flatlands. So it was like foggy, snowy, and like steep hill on a left side. And I was like, that looks really interesting. And I thought about that, like this could be a game for a mystic or something, like snapping, like
Right.
I can make a game like similar to geocaching, and it will introduce more people to real geocaching, like using your phone and go outside. But for those who don't know, like most of our players are like shooting stuff and and I wanted to introduce more like real stuff, geocaching, but connecting via gameplay.
Right.
Yeah, and when we went on a winter geocaching, and there was a small spot with a big tree, oak. It's like huge, super huge, and there was around it animal skulls, and like it was really surreal, like
Right.
foggy, snowy, and it's like majestic. So I wanted to do a similar environment and test it if it works like a game, and it was definitely working, and I keep developing, like till this day.
Cool.
That's really cool. And I know Gary and Jesse, and they're seeing this in the chat too. Some different ways that I don't know if you've thought about this, or you probably have, because I know when I'm developing something or thinking of something, I run through a whole bunch of scenarios. But seeing and hear how if you would be able to where it would be like an open world where maybe once it's all launched and everything, and it's maybe a little bit down the road, but other players could actually create caches in the open world.
Yeah,
place in there.
I thought that about, and I think it could work as a sync multiplayer, like you playing as a single player, but you can find other stuff from previous player that is not on your server, or
Okay.
like, yeah. So
Yeah.
I might incorporate that. It's like a good idea, and I think it would be more exciting than just like a developer putting all of these puzzles.
Right. And I think, and there was the, like, and then this one, Jeff's just coming up with a whole bunch of ideas. I think we got his gears turning on this today. Augmented world allow players to create caches in real world locations, but in the virtual world. So, so basically, like if we wanted to place a cache in Lithuania or somewhere else, we could go to that place and actually place the cache there. That'd be kind of cool. So just kind of all different set of stuff going on.
One thing too, real quick, Thomas, if you could, is there a Steam link that you could give us? If you put that in the private chat, I can add that for people, or not yet?
Well, it's not yet available to public, so I can. But
okay.
I would love to, but I don't have it right now.
We're not quite there yet. All right. Well, that's good.
Maybe after when I can publish it, you can add the guys.
Yes.
Below.
Yeah. Send us a note. Down the road, and we'll definitely do whatever you need us to do to help.
It seems like we have the ideas and weird ideas flowing already, but we haven't really talked about how the game's going to go yet. So we may want to start there, right?
Yeah, we'll jump back into that.
Yeah, we're assuming a lot of things here. Yeah, how about how the actual game, what it's going to look like? We saw what it's going to look like. So how's it going to go? Like, what kind of game is it for people that maybe geocachers, but don't really play a lot of video games? I know it's hard to imagine geocachers don't play video games, but there is a group of them out there. So I'm just gonna throw that out there since we have a wide audience. Let's talk about how it goes.
Okay, so normally I just started as a single objective finding a geocache, but the more I developed it, I thought about maybe putting a story into the game. So like your main character lost your father, and you need to figure out via caches what's happened, and in the end you find something shocking, like keeping on the toes.
Right.
Like you still can find caches and you do your own thing and at your own pace, but the story is there and you need to figure out.
Right.
Also,
Yeah,
Oh,
so there's some
sorry.
goals and there's goals in the game then.
Yeah. So main goal is you need to collect the caches in order to get experience to upgrade your character or your phone, because your phone will be doing multiple functions. Like first is displaying like a minimap. On screen you can watch where caches.
Right.
Second, it can provide a flashlight. And
cool.
second one is when you upgrade the phone, you will have a UV light.
Okay.
That
Oh,
so UV light, you can find the hidden things like in a cellar or any other place that you can. It looks like suspicious, and you can
Now,
check it.
do you have that in the
Nice.
gameplay? Because I remember going through it, and there's something that's kind of like in a.
Yeah, it is
think it's
already
coming
in
up
a
to it.
game, but not in this video. So
Oh, okay, so because I know
yeah.
you're coming through this right now, and this just
Nice. I like the
Yeah.
yeah.
going through a
scary
crypt,
cave. Look at that.
Yeah,
like a
I love
crypt.
it.
Yeah.
This is
I'll tell a bit short
Yeah.
story about this cave, how it's ended up here in the game.
cool.
Just I'll let you guys. Okay. So
Yeah, go ahead.
so as I mentioned, we took 2 weeks. Sorry, like too many thoughts
Too many
at
things.
once.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. So we went to Paris with my wife, and we main goal was to go to how's it called? Sorry, not cemetery, but underground. Where's
Oh,
A
right.
crypt.
yeah,
Alright.
yeah, the crypt. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, like
You're
I'm
right.
forgetting my words.
That's okay.
Or,
Oh, yeah,
no, crypt,
yeah.
or what's the other one? Catacombs.
Yeah,
Catacombs.
catacombs. Exactly. Yeah, and we went there, waited for like 4 hours. It's massive. Like the people who want to get in, it's like a very big queue.
Crowd.
Yeah.
Right.
So once we get in there, there was like going in circles down, and it was like I don't know how many feet there, but it was huge. Anyway, so when we got there and we traveled through catacombs, it was like mind-blowing stuff to see the real bones there, and I thought, man, that would be great if I put this in a game and
Right.
hidden cache.
Right. That's
So yeah,
awesome.
so this is how it end up in a game. So
Nice.
you will need, So in order to get in the catacombs, you will need to find two different things in order to combine and to get locations.
Right.
Where is hidden.
So it's a multi-cache.
Definitely.
Exactly.
On different places.
That's awesome.
That's really cool. And you get the multi-cache in places that you don't get to normally do it in real life.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's just really, I think this is a really cool way of maybe to be able to span the game. And a lot of people are saying, hey, if we could combine the two different things and have part of it in virtual and part of it in real world, and you have to use both, that'd just be another tie-in. That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Well, another thing that I wanted to incorporate into game and a real world is to create a real cache that's from the game, but you put in a real world,
right?
And you can find both in the game and in a real world.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. Because I know we've talked a couple times about maybe putting some of the gadgets that I've designed and maybe some of the ones that we do on Gadget Talk that maybe we'd be able to put it actually in the game as well. Give people that opportunities too as well. So that'd be kind of cool.
Awesome.
There was a question earlier too, Thomas, about going back and finding it, but about hidden travel bugs or hidden trackable codes. I mean, you thought about putting a trackable in the game, or is that am I pulling the curtain back too far on that?
No, that's what I thought about it. It's like when I talked about previous putting a real cache in a game, and you can find in a physical world in a game.
Right. That's awesome. Yeah, cool. No, okay. All right.
This is one of those things that once you start talking about it, and I'm sure this is how it is for you developers, like a million ideas are going to come up, which you can't do a million ideas in one game. You have to at some point settle on what you're going to do and produce the game, or you'll never complete it. I'm sure.
You try to crash your computer. I think that's because Cash the Line once again. Jeff once goes, "What about a virtual where I go?"
No.
Yes, absolutely.
No, absolutely not.
That'd be a virtual, right? Or that'll be if you actually put a virtual in there, that'd be a virtual.
Yeah, that's a VR where I go. That's a brand new category. Look at that.
Whoa. We invented a new cache form.
That's right. You're gonna blow poor Thomas. He's gonna his whole game, like he says, is gonna crash when you start adding.
One boot up.
Yeah. So your character in the game is gonna then pull up a virtual of the game. There's the character.
Get crazy.
Now this is the hero that you have right now. Is this the only hero you have, or can you actually design your own hero as well?
No, it's a fixed one, but if people would like to have a customizable one, I could definitely add to developing notes.
Sure.
I'll see what can I do about it.
Yeah, I know these. It sounds easy on this side, but I know on the back side, what makes it look easy is a lot of code.
It's a lot of code.
It's like saving the chosen features and stuff.
Sorry, there's. So Christy says I like this character. So it's
that's right.
She does not. The character does not look like the typical geocacher. So that we've seen.
Yeah.
Even though we know a few that are very similar to that. Not going to mention any names, Trinity, but
yeah.
So.
Cache Raider, yeah. Like
Cache New name.
There you go.
So I think it's just like I said. I'm excited. Where are you at on the game? Are we close to being at a beta test, or where we can start kind of see if we can crash it, or what's going? Where are we at on that?
Well, recently I added new features like saving and loading game, and it was a lot of headaches, like figure out why it's not working. And when I realized it's working, and after a few days I boot it up and it's like not working, and you digging up in the code and like, oh, I'm not gonna make it in time, and it's like,
yeah.
So it's playable now. But what one thing is missing is like caches.
Oh, okay.
Definitely. I need to put more caches to be more enjoyable experience.
Sure.
Now, I mean, I have developed fully the mechanics of a game. Like, you will be able to freely move everywhere, like pushing boxes, like not only boxes. I mean, there will be hidden doors that you need to push. Your character will be able to, and he will be able to climb up.
Oh, right.
Jesus.
No, you're good.
Yeah. So your character will be able to do most of the things that you can do in a real world, but the more enhanced version of you, reaching the highest points of map.
Yeah. Cool. So sort of 3D.
So can your player die? Because I mean, if you're doing like a tree climb and you're 75 feet up there and you slip, do you lose points that way, or what happens there?
Mostly you will be respawning without losing any or a penalty. I might add the injury, like your character is not able to move fast as previous. Yeah. So the main thing is the game will be open world. And by open world, I mean you will be able to travel around the world freely without restrictions. So it will have different zones like trails, or you will be able to dive underwater.
Oh, cool!
Oh, cool!
Yeah, yeah. That's the main thing that like you can freely move everywhere. If you see the point, you can go there. And I added the motorcycle. It's still in the development, but I think in a couple of weeks or maybe a month, it will be ready, and you can travel. Yeah. So another thing I thought about is like multiplayer. It's still on my mind. I can get it rid of. So that would be nice. But
yeah, that'd be cool because you can have those teamwork caches where you have to have multiple players to be able to access the cache.
I might add a different mode to the game, like for only multiplayer, because currently at this point I'm only developing on a single player.
Right.
And the code is not optimized for a multiplayer thing. You need to replicate what your character does for other player, and in order to check it, if it's other or you having multiple items in your inventory is like no, it's not working. Not working right now. As it should. So yeah.
Well,
so it's definitely gonna have a multiplayer as a separate mode.
Right.
For cooperation.
You could also add a bad guy player in there too. So could somebody play as a muggle and you try to catch those geocachers?
Keep getting in the way.
Nice.
Get out of the way! I'm trying to get this cache.
You got to play certain stealth and have the little, like somewhere you have the little their view, so you can slip over when they're not looking and grab the cache and slip back in.
You got to hide from them. That's like the boss, the evil boss at the end, right? Is the muggles.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That'd be really. I was thinking of one idea, and I don't remember what it was now. But like I said, this is just really cool. House. I know it's just working on your own, and that's why the link that you gave us earlier, Gary, if you go ahead and put it up, I can't get to it right off.
I'll do it.
You said that link will help you get some other funds and even hook up with some other developers to help you with this. Because you're just one person doing this, kind of like Cashly itself. And it's hard for one person to get a lot of stuff done all the time.
Yeah, that's because I'm not only developing everything by myself, but I'm buying stuff from Marketplace that is already built. And I'm adapting to my game. So it's to my needs.
Yeah.
So we can help definitely with that. So yeah, if everybody could, the link for audio folks is if you go to ko-fi.com/polymode studio, and it'll be in the show notes as well. But if you go there and help, think of it as Kickstarter, and give some support for Tomas. I mean, there's definitely some things about this that are really, really great, Tomas. And like you said, there's things down the road that you can add that are things down the road. I mean, you're trying to get started, which is incredible. And as people give you suggestions, obviously you kind of tuck those away for down the road. So as far as getting back to like the goal, other than obviously the geocaching is the goal, which is great, but it's kind of cool. I think that you've got sort of a separate.
It's like a story mode.
Going along, so
it will be tied in.
Yeah, it's tied in. As you explore, you're trying to find information, sort of like a detective. You're trying to find clues to help you for the ultimate goal. I think that's really cool that you did that.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. Because I mean, and of course you'll have like a stats page, I guess, in there like you do on your geocaching profile, so you'll be able to see your stats, what type of caches you're finding, and all that aspect as well. Or
well, at the moment it's only showing as single, like all of them in one place. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely split into different icons, I guess, to display like it was hard puzzle, or it was easy one, or it's like a small one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So filling out that your difficulty grid. What about, because I know in the demo you sent us, it shows a lot of like woods and the all that. Are you going to have like urban style, like in city style as well, or is it just going to be pretty much out in the woods, or what types of locations are you wanting to do?
At this time, it will be only in the woods, but I have assets that is ready for more urban style approach. So I mainly focus on a forest at this point. Yeah. So, but later down the road, I will add more urban styles. urban style geocaching stuff. Yeah, definitely.
Right.
But for like I said, a forest. It's like, oh, it's a forest. It's not interesting. But wait, there is more.
But wait, there's
Wait,
more.
Yeah. So as you know, Lithuania was occupied by Russians in history.
Right.
Mhm.
So they left a lot of bunkers. So
Yes.
I'm gonna add to my game those
Oh, cool.
bunkers.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, you will be able to find the bunkers or entrance, but you won't be able to enter by its own. You need to figure out how to enter it. Like if you need to find a hole that you need to sneak in,
Right.
or need to find something, combine the key cards, or I don't know. It's like still in the
Yeah.
developing process, but yeah, it's definitely
Love it.
gonna be there.
That's
Right.
cool.
That's
Yeah.
really cool. I love that. And I know earlier you said that you were needing maybe some different cache ideas or adding
Yeah.
different caches or anything like
Yeah.
that. How can they contact you through that link as well, or what's the best
Yeah.
way for us to contact you?
Well, the best way I think is to coffee, or maybe my personal page that TFTC game has.
Okay.
Yeah. Put
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
Put that in the
and we'll
private
get that up
chat.
there. Yeah.
Thomas, put that in the private chat, and we'll put it in then to the
Yeah, definitely.
where
So
you want people to contact. Yeah, appreciate that, man. That's that is great. Yeah, you definitely. I like the idea of the injured person, because that's very real world. Because Jesse could like hobble around and still find caches. So I mean,
That's right.
I can see him.
And Gary could watch me climb a tree, so it'd be
That's
great.
right.
It'd be real
Right
life.
going up.
And we can watch Gary climb a tree.
Yeah, right, and fall down and hurt myself like I normally would.
You gotta have your ladder and everything, right? But I don't know. That character looked pretty capable of doing almost anything.
Yeah, that person is much better. See, that's the thing too about it, is that so Jesse, instead of my big body trying to get up there, I can use the virtual person who's in much better shape than me to get up
And
there.
I'm sure we're going to get into talking about the character. I know Derek's got a whole plan for that, but that's a pretty interesting aspect of the game myself, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
Both
Because
at
I
the same
know.
time.
Yeah, so Gary and I are sitting here dropping the
Also-
web stuff into the notes. We doubled it up.
We doubled
But yeah, because I think a lot of people may want to build their own character is kind of that thought, eventually, but like I said, we need to get the wheels on the bus before everybody starts driving it.
Yeah,
so
right.
that's what's really cool, and I just none of us know really how much time and energy and thought and know-how goes into planning this, and just I give you some kudos to doing that, because you've been going after this, you said almost 3 years on your own.
Yeah. No, it's like more like 2 years, but yeah.
Yeah.
Probably
That's
feels
still
like
a long
5
time to
but-
be working on a project. Yeah.
So, and I want to show more.
Yeah,
I'm gonna roll this back
see
a little bit.
more.
I'm gonna roll it back a little bit for those that are just joining again. But I want to see a little bit more into that crypt as we're coming down.
That's cool.
So-
Tell us more about
Yeah, so I'm here. We're starting back here. We're walking back through a little bit of the. Oh, sorry, I'm coming back to the gadget. Of course.
Of course you did.
Shocker, shocks.
I want to mention that the game will have a dynamic weather system and day-night cycle that you will be able.
Oh, wow.
So you will be able to travel on a day and night, and also it will have weather conditions like storms or heavy rain or light rain. And also, I was working today on animal AI that will be populated the world with it. So living, breathing world.
Right.
Yeah. So later down the road, I'll also be implementing the photo mode, so you can shoot the beautiful environment and share your work with the internet or me or everyone else.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Right. This is just really cool. I love this.
Yeah, we're watching the part of the catacombs here, but yeah, that's really cool. I like how you've got, when you look at your phone, like he just did, the phone will actually show, like, if you turn, the phone obviously turns with you, which is obviously what you want. But wow, look at that. That's incredible.
The detail is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's the flashlight.
It's a flashlight of the phone. Love
That
it.
is crazy. I'm just waiting on someone to jump out at me and I'll scream.
And we got a box, another mini game. Looks like coming up.
Yeah, this is how really works the investigation of the item. You pick up and you rotate it and you see if the icon is pop-upping.
Right.
That is just really, really, really
nice.
cool.
Yeah. Yes.
So
good music too.
I cannot wait. And I know there's a lot of people in the chat room cannot wait for us to actually get to play this.
Oh yeah.
Also, I want to mention who is supporting the coffee page. I can add. I can share the CD key that is available for supporters, and they can get the game early for beta testing on Steam.
Okay.
So
yeah, definitely. While you're adding that info, Pizza Ninja has something interesting that I've seen some games have, which is he wants an ammo can sniffing Geodog. So you can have
an add-on.
Like an add-on. Like you'd have a companion, like a dog, go with you to kind of keep a track of things, or bark when the evil Memphis shows up, or
Well, to answer it shortly, yes, I started to develop a companion dog, but I'm not sure if it's gonna make it into full game because it has a lot of potential bugs that can break a game.
Right.
It's not pleasant experience. It works, but it's not like I'm happy with it. So
yeah.
Right.
Down the road things, yeah.
Right. And I know you're talking about the animals, and here's like a fox.
Yeah.
That looks really cool.
That was my next question. What are the animals going to be doing?
And there's like deer in the background.
Well, they have a need system. They need food. They need water. So they'll roam around the world and they do their own thing, like wolves hunting for a prey.
Looks like one got one right there.
Yeah,
there's a dead one there, and there's your
crow,
raven or crow.
Yep.
And then you talked about weather. So there's a shot of like the lightning that's in the
that's
distance.
cool looking.
So you'd be climbing up a tree and you get struck by lightning.
Yep.
Right?
Perfect.
No, it's just for visual purposes.
Right.
So the animals and the lightning and the environment like that aren't going to kill the player. They're just to make it more of an interactive environment.
Well, actually, animal can attack you. Like if you encounter bear, it will attack you. Wolves also can attack you.
You're reaching into a hole and a possum comes. You pull out a possum attached to your hand.
Here's a good one. Any ticks in the game? It said it would slowly degrade your health.
Jeff knows about that by going to Geo Woodstock years ago.
Knows that a lot.
Those ticks will get you.
Well, I can add it to the game, but I think it will be annoying.
Yes, it would.
Well, they're annoying anyways.
They're annoying.
But you don't want to be annoying in the game. Then you're playing a game. It's a game.
Yeah, you want to have fun with the game.
It is a game that you want to enjoy. Yeah, you don't want to.
So obviously, I'm nobody's surprised here, but I don't know anything about game development. I barely know how to play a video game, right? I hadn't played them since Super Mario was cool. But my guess is that you're going to get this game into a working order, and you could always, like, there's a million ideas here that would take you 10 more years to get going, but your goal is probably to get a functioning, working game first, right?
Yeah, definitely. And from there, I will update constantly and add more content and listen to the community, what we want, and I'll work on it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because you want to be able to you want to be able to update the game and add more enhancements and stuff. That makes sense.
Yeah, definitely.
So what kind of price are we looking at? Is it like going to be like the typical Xbox game, which is about $50, $60, or how?
No. It's not gonna be like a AAA quality title, like $60 for a game. I think it's gonna be different for every region because Steam adds different prices.
Right.
If I add like €12 on my end, it will add like $40, I guess, for US.
Okay, not bad.
Something like this. Yeah. So I think
Okay.
it's gonna be around 12 or 10 euros.
Okay, and then
True,
can you
okay.
buy like extra items? So like I know you're talking about in grade as you go along the game, you can get a better flashlight. Well, if for those of us that just want to buy the flashlight, can we buy the better flashlight or buy the better phone if they actually want to throw cash at you to be able to get those things early?
Right.
Is that a thing?
Well, yeah, I thought about it, and it will be in a skill system, so you can upgrade your flashlight or your stamina or your character, so it can run faster, longer, or your phone can have a brighter flashlight. Yeah.
Right.
So these things will come into play like next month, I guess.
Okay.
It depends on my free time because
Sure.
still I have work to do in the daytime.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to pay the bill. You get the real job to pay the bills.
Yeah.
Definitely, I would love to work on full time on this game. So
cool. Pizza Ninja wants you to eat up like eating pizza.
Does the character need to eat in the game?
That would be awesome.
Okay, I think we're kind of overwhelmed, Thomas, here with all our ideas.
Well, when you're eating the pizza, the Ninja Turtles music is playing in the background.
That's right. You got to have the Ninja Turtles there.
That you got to have that.
Well,
so
I guess you can't call them Ninja Turtles. That's probably copyrighted, but
yeah, I think you might get in trouble for that one.
You could get something similar.
Ninja amphibians.
Ninja amphibians, yeah.
Right.
Okay, I saw a question back here. What's Dire Wolf asked, what's the story behind the lettering for TFTC? It almost looks like it's a code on its own. So what you're referring to, I'm just going to kind of just put this up on the screen as we're talking.
Yeah.
So there's kind of the TFTC on the screen. So it's, I mean, I see some topo in the background in that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is there a story behind the way you did your font there, or what's?
Yeah, the main TFTC name is like, as you can see, there's a map, small map background, and the chopped letters is representing the puzzles. Like you need to combine. Yeah, so it's metal puzzles.
Nice.
That's
I like
really
that.
cool.
Yeah, that's really cool looking. I'm sure people are going to want that on a shirt. Merchant, we're going to want some merchandise, Thomas. Maybe
oh yeah,
no problem.
Shirt or a hat would be cool.
Where this is where I know my mind's blown away just learning about all this.
It's incredible.
Just a lot of fun.
I'm really stoked that you invite me to talk about the game, because I thought it's like, it's another game, it's nobody gonna like it, and like I was really surprised that many people are enjoying the idea that geocaching can be as a video game.
Yeah. Well, I think one of the things too that we've talked about really before with us, and that is, people are like, well, just go geocaching. You don't need to play a game. Well, it's like, well, there's times when you can't. I mean, for whatever reason, it's pitch dark at night. I mean, I know you can night cache, but some people don't necessarily have, as much as we would all want to go out 24/7, we can't always go out 24/7.
And it's geocaching, right? It's our hobby. So we want everything. We want geocaching in books and music, and we want it in video games, and we want it on TV. That's what you do when you have a hobby. You want to see it in every form that it can possibly be. Why not in a video game?
Yeah.
Right. And I was thinking, not everybody is physically capable of going geocaching. Maybe they were, but as they've gotten older or something's happened, maybe they fell down the trail and now they've broken a leg and they still want to get out and geocache. Now they can go geocaching in a video game. That's
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's like you get to cache as a superhero, right? Like you can dive under the water and climb trees and go in caves with skulls. Not everybody's going to get to do it. No. This is based on scenes in Lithuania. Guess what? I don't get to go there. So I would really like to, but that's not on the that's not on my agenda anytime soon. So you get to travel parts of the world.
There you go.
Visual 28.
So
here we go. My money.
Hold on. Let's see if I can go ahead and put that link up there.
Take my money, please. Yeah, I'll put it back up. The link for the support
So go do that, and then you can give them your money.
So, is there something though, Thomas, for people to get on? Like, if people give money here, are you going to like keep a tab of all the people that have given to kind of keep them up to date? And
Yeah,
okay,
definitely. Cool. It's gonna be updated on if they put the money through the coffee, they will see the posts.
Okay.
I'm doing, so I'm gonna post more regular there.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm mostly doing on my Discord server where I put my small updates or big ones. Yeah.
Right. I like that. I like the way you put that for your for the link that you're buying. Buy Thomas a cup of coffee, and it'll help.
Yeah, it will help a lot.
And don't get the decaf stuff. We need them to stay awake.
We need to stay awake and work it.
Get them a Red Bull. Come on.
Send him a Red Bull.
Get that man a gallon of coffee and keep him going. So no, that's awesome.
Again, like we've already covered, I'm not a game developer, but I'm very fascinated by what you're doing here. I know the geocaching side of it, right? But what was kind of the hardest part of what you've gone through so far? I know you're working through some bugs, but you've been working on this for a couple of years, and I know you don't do it all day because you have a full-time job. But what's been your hardest part to make this look like really geocaching?
Well, the main thing is getting a character moving along the phone. It looks easy. Yeah, it looks easy. But it has code work inside that you need to put the phone, and you need to display the data on the phone, like the map and your position. Yeah, so that was quite challenging to figure out how I can put it there without eating too much performance of your computer. So optimizing stuff and displaying that was trickier.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of leads to another question. What kind of, you mentioned Windows 10, but do you need a supercomputer to be able to play this game, or most computers nowadays will be able to play it?
Most computers nowadays will be able to run this game. I'm personally developing this game on the mid-range PC game. It's not super high tech, so it definitely gonna run on a lower performance machines.
Right.
So yeah, I need to do more testing with people who has slower machines to see where shortcomings.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So to optimize.
So there's a chance for you to get to play on it, Memphis.
There you go. I've got the slowest machine and the slowest video game player in my house. So.
Yeah, but in terms of the graphics, it's really demanding. You will be able to turn off most of the features that the game has to offer, those flashy stuff, and you will be able to run.
Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah,
that makes sense. But like you said, you were trying to optimize it to be not as intense for a computer, so you can have fun playing the game. That's good.
Yeah, right now I'm just focusing on most core gameplay, so it's like I'm adding stuff all the time. But at the end of the day, I'm always thinking about how can I optimize it, and it should run on a lower spec machines.
Right.
Also.
Right. And I know it's just you, and I know everybody like Visual 28 and everybody, a lot of people are wondering how soon can we maybe be seeing something that we might be able to even beta test. Because I think there's some people in the chat room that would love to beta test this for you too.
Well, beta testing, I think it will be able to, let me see, calendar. I'm thinking about summer. It's like
oh wow, that's soon.
Just a few months.
Yeah. It's the game will have most of the mechanics, so you can play around.
Right.
Not like a fully developed story that you can go search for and stuff, but the main mechanics so that people can test it if it works correctly as intended.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, put me on the list.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Got it.
So, and like I said, and if somebody in the chat wants to, they just need to go through the website, your Facebook that you put up that we have?
Yeah.
I got it.
Okay. Did you? Yeah. Just so if you want more information or you want to talk to Thomas about possibly being a beta tester, go ahead and put it on there, onto that page and see what happens.
Yeah. Facebook.com/TFTC the game, all one word, is the Facebook group that you could go join and send your support and love and appreciation to Thomas, and actually go buy him coffee at coffee.com. I didn't notice it till now. ko-fi.com/polymode studio. So go buy some coffee for Polymode Studio to keep the man going, because he needs some caffeine.
Yep. Yeah, I was about to see that too. So Direwolf says,
Oh,
Thomas, I hope to read about this in Game Informer magazine someday.
Yeah, I'm working on that.
it's perfect.
So, hey, HQ might really love seeing this. I mean, that's something that they.
Well,
I know it's not completely in the philosophy that they say what geocaching is, but I think it's another way to get this game out to others that, hey, you know, I get to play this video game on my PC, but now, holy cow, this actually exists. I can go do this in real world.
Yeah,
I can be the actual player. So I think that's just another way of getting it out there, and it's just I just think it's phenomenal.
Yeah. Also, one thing to mention, that the game will also provide the urban exploring. It will have abandoned places, so you can go there and find stuff.
Cool.
I'm thinking not only just like finding the caches itself, but more like tokens or something like collectibles.
Right.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
So there's some added additional type things you could add, swag even, that you need to collect, so that you kind of, well, like you said, if you need to find keys that are out there, and then like if there's a cache you get to and you're like, well, I can't figure this out, I need to, and you're like, oh, it looks like it needs like 3 keys, you can go like hunt for keys and stuff. So there's, like you said, there's different things that you can add that really in a sense is what we do as geocachers. There'll be times where you'll get to a spot and you're like, it tells you, you need to go to, like a multi-cache, you got to go find, I got a cache in town where you get to the cache and you can't open it. It's locked, and it kind of leads you to where you can find the actual key to open it. So, I think that's really cool that you can add those kind of items, into your game. That's really cool.
So here's a question. Will DNFing be an actual option? So if somebody doesn't find it, do they actually get to write a DNF log?
No, not really.
No.
Here's what I was thinking when you're kind of talking, Gary, about what you're just talking about there for a second. I thought of if it was like a real world where somebody you're actually finding the cache after somebody and they did not put it back where it was supposed to be.
Right.
Well, where'd it go? And you're saying you had to search somewhere else. So the cache actually ends up moving. Of course, we'd have people really cruel and completely move it like somewhere all the way over. Like they normally do.
You'd want to reset. You want to get the game board reset. Go ahead, Tom.
The game, how it works at the moment, it has 2 states. Like if you open the map, you see those icons that is not found already. So only changes to found when you really found them.
Right.
Like in the video, if you found that micro cache that is hidden in a stump, the icon will change to smiley that you found already.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's cool.
Yeah, if it's lightning, and then you could maybe have soggy logs that have to be replaced too.
That just also might be an activity to be implemented.
Ooh.
It's like collecting extra points to upgrade something else.
Yeah.
Cache maintenance performed. Thank you.
So also I was talking previously about skill tree and skill tech tree. The player will be able to upgrade his character to have a 6th sense, to be found caches if he not able to find right away. So if you press the E key or F, I haven't decided E or
Right.
F key, so it will pulse around you, and for a short second it will show where it is hidden.
Oh,
That's
I
right.
like Geosense. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
Geosense.
Upgrade your geosenses. Yeah.
Okay, I'm writing this down. Geosense.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm just like,
That is so cool.
I'm still in awe. I mean, just the environment, the water of
And
this,
I
and
can't explain how much on this episode, especially for the audio listeners, and we have a lot of people that just listen to audio. You need to go to YouTube and check this out, or go to any of the links that we put on the show and get a peek at these graphics. This is amazing.
to me, this is like Halo style and
Yeah.
Destiny style, graphic style
But it's
world.
realistic geocaching. I mean,
Yeah.
it really looks like geocaching. So
Yeah. I love the
Yeah,
fact
and like I said, live the other ones were talking about virtual, but like we said before, we got to get the wheels on the bus before we start driving it. So
right, and I know we're all getting excited, and we have a million ideas because we're all geocachers. But you know, the important thing is to get it to that finished product. And somebody asked, "What engine is this using?" I'm sure that's a computer term. So
Yeah, it is using Unreal Engine 4 version
okay.
for this type. I'm also added a link to you guys, so if you can provide it, so that people who is interested to see how the process was of the game development, I documented a little bit, like
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
scratch.
Yeah. I just
All
added
these
that to the
links
show
will be
notes.
in the notes too. So any links you want to provide, we'll have a link to every single one of those in our
All right.
notes for this page for this
All right.
episode.
and I just dropped the link as well in the comments for
Cool.
YouTube and Facebook.
Yeah.
So, and Twitch. Twitch makes it in Twitch too. So
Yeah.
sorry.
Also, I can add the Twitter. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Right, perfect.
Yeah, I just added that to the show notes as well to kind of just so that they're all there as well. But no, that's incredible. So I guess let's do some go around the room, I guess, and let's kind of get some last thoughts, and we'll kind of start to wrap up. I think I'll start, and one of the other hosts can say something. We'll let Thomas kind of wrap up maybe, but this is something that, as Jesse mentioned, something we really want to get behind and support, just because again, geocaching. I mean, come on. I mean, this is something that is incredible, and we don't always get. It's always encouraging when we find people who can do things outside of geocaching in a different element, so whether it be a movie, videos, or in this case, a video game. And so let's all get behind that. Buy Thomas a coffee, and let's keep going on this game.
yeah.
I'll jump in because I know Derek already knows a lot more about this than I do, and video games than I do, right? But I'm excited about this game and the little bit of graphics we've seen, and the idea of getting to do these environments that we can't all do, and especially coming at the end of this pandemic where a lot of us were kind of locked down and we didn't get to travel a lot. This is like traveling while you're at home and still getting to do our favorite hobby, right? Plus, we really want to see geocaching in every form. So this is the first time we'll get to see it in a real, a valid video game. But I think this is great. I'm very excited for this to come out. And everybody in the chat room was today too. People are excited about it. And just and I know you're hiding stuff from us because you're supposed to, because you know all the answers, right? You know the puzzles, you know everything else, but people were spotting things already that they thought were puzzles, and there's just such an opportunity, not even once you get it running, but just to add things to it, right? The creative mind of geocachers and adding puzzles and trackable, like people were talking about trackable codes and finding coins and all this other stuff. There's so much, and this is one of those things like when we did the movie Treasure. Movies don't have anything to do with geocaching unless they're about geocaching, and then we all love it.
Yeah, definitely.
But I'll be one of the first ones to get my TFTC shirt. I'm excited about this. I think it's going to be great. So it'll be fun to see how people, even non-geocachers, get into this game and find out about geocaching. So
yeah, definitely.
And that's what I think is the exciting part, because there's so many different people that like doing puzzles, but they don't realize that they can actually go to locations and do these puzzles in reality.
Yeah.
They just think they can do it on video games, and they see this aspect of it. But when they actually learn that they can go and do these in reality, that's going to bring a whole nother level to our game. Also, like how like Memphis was saying, things that are hidden in there. So that maybe time down the road, maybe there'll be something that'll be hidden in the video game that somebody uses to incorporate into one of their caches as a mystery style cache of some sort. That you have to go. It's hidden a TFTC way in the woods for your fourth cache, whatever that is. So I gotta go find the mushroom. Whatever it is. So it's just the development, and you've just done such a phenomenal job, and people are in the chat room that are just applauding you and really encouraging you. Like Pizza Ninja keep up the amazing work.
Awesome.
And some other questions in here that I was just seeing. Visual 28, do you ever stream your development? So there's a lot of people, and we have a really good slice of really deep geocachers that watch and listen to this podcast, that over the next week or so, there'll be a lot of information coming in. It's going to be like, to us, it's going to be probably like drinking from a fire hose, all the different information that's going to be coming in as this goes out, because a lot of people still probably be looking for it tonight at 8:00, even though we're on it too. So they'll find this later. So, but this is just exciting to me. And I know this is definitely a game I will definitely let my kids play.
Nothing more. Good thing is it's family friendly. So.
Family friendly, a lot of fun, just like geocaching. So I just really applaud you, and I thank you for taking your time and the blood, sweat, and tears, and the headaches and everything else that you put into this, just to really develop this game for geocachers and the world.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So, any last thoughts, Thomas, that you want to let us know about, or just stay tuned, I guess, huh?
Well, I wanted to say thank you all who joined it in, and I wanted to make this game as a community product, I guess, so that people who has ideas, I can put them in the game and I credit them.
Yeah.
So it's, if they have an idea for a puzzle or anything, I can add it and I can accredit them, so that who the author is. Yeah.
Sure. No, that's awesome. Well, again, thank you so much. We look forward. We'll have to have you come back sometime, and we'll
definitely
we'll get some updates from you at that point. But yeah, looking forward to it. We're going to stay tuned and buy you some coffee, and we'll send you maybe some more encouragement, and I'm sure all the gamers will jump in and give you lots of ideas that you can. Well, at least you could make a note somewhere, put them in a list, put them in your back pocket and use them down the road. But thanks, Joy, for being on.
Thank you.
She's a supporter too of you, so that's wonderful. So, all right. Well, let's wrap up, and again, stay in touch, Thomas, with us, please.
Got it. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'll update you whenever I have more updates from the game.
No, that's perfect. Yeah, because whenever you give us updates, we can, on the next, whatever the next show is, we can put in our news and we can talk about it then. So
okay,
perfect. All right. Well, here we go.
May your finds be many and your DNFs be few. May the terrain and difficulty both be less than 2. And whatever it is you're looking for, may it find its way to you. And may we all meet again.
Folks, we hope you've enjoyed the show tonight. Please email us your comment at geocachetalk@gmail.com. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. The show can be found on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Radio Public, or Spotify, as well as at the Geocache Talk website. Don't forget to click that subscribe button below and ring that bell notification so that you can see and hear the show on a weekly basis. And tell your friends about the show. Get them involved with us in the chat room. And until next week, don't just talk about geocaching, go geocaching.
There we go. Good night, everybody.
Good night.